Hello legends, heroes, and poopy heads. Welcome to the Omni Flash channel, where Omni Flash will take gaming to the next level. Please like and subscribe.
This is Omni Flash, your guide to Diablo Immortal. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact path that you need to take. Well, there's more than one path, but I will show you all the paths that you need to take in order to consistently get over 3,000 Curse Shards in your accursed tower runs. We're going to draw them out and show you step by step all the secret tips that you need to get this way. Now, first off, your number one secret tip is you will want to go into your warband. Be sure to go into your warband and choose the bonus for Protector. That will give you 5% speed. That is if you are the follower and you're not killing. Some extra speed is nice. Now, if you are one of the three who are tasked to be killing everything, then you might just use damage. Just use damage. You can use the attack unless you're slow. If you're a slower DPS like a Necro, you can go for the Warband bonus, which is 5% speed. Step number 2. Let's talk about party composition. Party composition, you will need 3 strong DPS, and you will want to use your best DPS, most mobile builds that you can use. Like anything like you want to have skills that give you movement speed boosts. For example, DHs, you have the hat that gives you 30% movement speed when you jump. Barbs will have they have the movement speed sprint. You will want to have sprint up all the time. Wizards will have to have Nova. Nova will have speed up all the time. Your offhand will give speed all the time. There are other things like a wizard can have shoulders that cause your teleport. Whenever you teleport, 30% movement speed increase. So I find like DHs, wizards, and barbarians are super good for DPS. I'm sure other classes can do a really good job also. Monks can use the Shield of Zen. That gives you like 25% more movement speed, and also use the Shield of Zen that is actually a burning fire instead of a shield. Now, let's talk about the next thing is that there is actually 2 paths. So step number 3, there is 2 paths, and you can see that we start from the north of the base. There is a red and a blue path. The composition of the red path would be 2 strong DPS followed by a picker-upper, by a follower. Okay, so that person is being carried. 2 strong DPS followed by someone being carried. The blue is another strong DPS. Now the blue line is a separate path that that DPS will go by himself. The blue path person is a strong DPS that wants to travel as close as possible with the red line as possible. So you want to sort of run parallel to each other so that the picker-upper, the follower, will also get credit for all the kills that the blue path person is killing. I've never drawn a map like this. This is the first time I've drawn this map. The blue path is something completely new. The blue path is usually the path that I run. And the path that I show other people is usually just a red path, so they don't get confused with red and a blue path. Alright, so a minute ago, you saw me just pick up shrines. Alright, so being the person on the blue path, I keep an eye on all the shrines. Alright, so I've actually drawn on the map a lot of green dots. If you look on the top left hand side, little green dots are some prominent shrines that I always pick up. And so yeah, I mean, what's that, fourth or fifth secret tip? And you gotta hit all the shrines. The shrines are super powerful in order to get you higher runs. There is a lot of RNG. Some runs you will get fleeting shrines over and over and over. Sometimes you get frenzy shrines, empowered shrines. Those are the 3 shrines that you want to try to get. However, you don't get to pick and choose what shrines you get, but RNG does come in play. If you have a lot of shrines, you're gonna get a whole lot more Curse Shards. Alright, so you see this is lap 2. If you look at the map, I've restarted the map. Alright, so there is a slightly different map, but generally the same concept. I accidentally like may run a different route. So you don't have to stick to the red and the blue lines 100%, but you want to use the red and blue lines as a pretty good guideline. If you accidentally mess up and you run down a different hallway, just run back, get back close to your group so that everything you are killing will count for the person who's picking up. Okay, step number, I think, 6. Alright, step number 6. You do want to break your kills. Now, your kill streak, you see that yellow kill streak is full. It's like 480, 490. It's not that great, but my kill streak doesn't matter. The kill streak that matters is the person picking up. Now, there's several people in my team right now. Me, I'm running the blue path, and then the 2 people who are killing and destroying all the monsters on the red path is Sodurm and No Mercy. Krog is picking up. This is his run, and I believe that his run ended up with 3,107. I think that was his amount of Curse Shards for this run, which isn't bad. But it's Krog, the followers person's, his kill streak should not go higher than about 300 kills. You should have Krog on a voice chat or somehow able to communicate with the team vocally, because you don't have time to type this out. You have to be able to vocally tell the team when your kill streak is going to expire. Like when this expires, it drops a lot. When it expires, it drops a lot of these blue Curse Shards on the ground, and you want it to break very often. You don't want to keep it up, because if you keep it up past like kill streak of 300, the maximum amount of Curse Shards that you can get is I think times 10. So they drop on the ground times 10. If you don't break the Curse Shards, you won't get any more bonus. You want to repeatedly have 10x Curse Shards drop on the ground every time. So keep an eye on the person that is being carried, or the follower, the person who's picking up all the light blue time orbs. That's their job. They're picking up all the light blue time orbs, and after the run will be about 4 laps. Okay, the run will be about 4 laps for 3,000 plus Curse Shards. So after the second lap, we actually just go back to the first map. All right, the third lap is basically the first map, and then the 4th lap is basically the second map. So I haven't drawn the 3rd lap and 4th lap, but the 3rd lap is basically the first map that I drew, and then the 4th lap is basically the second map that I drew. Alright, so... Okay, let's see what else. Alright, so... One thing to keep in mind, so it's secret tip number 7 or 8. Let's call it secret tip 8. What it is at the beginning, the light blue orbs that the follower, the person being carried, will be picking up is actually 10 seconds. The little 10-second time orbs. But after the first lap, it drops down to something like 2 seconds or even 1 second. So once your time orbs go down to like 1 second, it becomes less important to pick up. It becomes less important to pick up those time orbs than it is to just kill things efficiently. So the person following up can actually just sort of move up and help the teams kill, because you know, if you miss 1 or 2 little light blue orbs, it's okay because they're only 1 second increases. But there is also a different thing that you have to keep in mind. It's that you can't go too fast. If you go too fast, I guess this is like tip number 9. If you go too fast, and I think these towers, they respawn every 3 minutes. So if you go too fast, they don't respawn, and you won't be able to kill the monsters. So there is a sweet spot, and you want to run just fast enough, but not too fast, so that the towers do not respawn. Alright, so tip number 10, I do recommend using Vanquisher. You want to use the Vanquisher. You want to use the Vanquisher Paragon. Massacre Paragon does not work here. If you do try Massacre Paragon, the speed buffs that Massacre usually has on your buff bar underneath your face in the top left doesn't show up. So Massacre Paragon doesn't work inside towers, so use Vanquisher. Secret tip number 10. You watch this video a couple times, get familiar with the red or the blue path, whichever you would be, and just memorize the path. And you may have to run it a couple times so that you can run it easily, and you just have the path memorized. And this way you can do it effortlessly. You have to memorize where all of the shrines are. You have to memorize your paths. Sometimes you will notice that you're picking up a whole lot more shrines, useful shrines. You do want to pick up all your shrines. So if you get like shrines that are not useful, like protection shrines, you still want to pick them up, because on your next lap, it could be a strong, fleeting shrine or frenzy shrine. Step number 11. There's no the 3 people who are carrying others. There's no actual reason after you've run. After you've done all the killing, there's no reason that you should stay around. The person who you're carrying, who's following and picking up all the light blue orbs, after they've run out of time, they will just go back and run all over the map, complete map, because they want to cover everything that the blue player and the red players have gone. So he has covered the whole map. It may take him 10 minutes to pick up everything. The 3 people who are carrying, who are killing everything, they can go and they can start another group, and they can start another run, while the person who's picking up finishes their run. Alright, so this is Krog's pickup run. Krog actually also does he also does a lot of runs with us. Also, he also carries the runs as well. And you can check him out on his Twitch streams every night at around 10 to 12 Eastern. 10 to 12 Eastern at night. He usually does battlegrounds. Sometimes we do these tower runs. We do a lot of cool things. Sometimes he does really fun crest runs, different things, but mostly battlegrounds, mostly just having a lot of fun in battlegrounds. Check him out at twitch.tv/kroglive, and he also has some VODs on other tower runs, so you can see his perspective, the red path, if you would like to check that out. Alright, I think that's all. Do you guys have any questions? Be sure to comment below. I'll be happy to help out. This is how you get 3,000 plus Curse Shards very easily. And thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Be sure to share this to your friends so that they also will know how to run this. Because you actually do have to learn the map that I showed you. You have the red line and the blue lines. Remember, one person runs the blue line, 3 players run the red line, and I drew 2 maps. The first map will be used on lap 1 and 3. The second map will be used on lap 2 and 4. Well, appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.